So, good evening, students. I am Tej Pratap Singh, and I am your teacher for science subject, and we will preparation of RRB NTPC exam, and today we will learn life science, and this is my first class on life science lecture. So, let me start. So, firstly there are in GKGS, like the subject is GKGS, there are GK is different and science is different. In science we learn about our things like living beings, plants, all living beings and organisms, etc. So let's we start. So I use the book. This book name is Arihant RRB NTPC exam. This is all in one book to prepare the exam, but the book is not enough. You have a you have a practice set of, like, these are 30 sets, and this is a very big book, wide book. So let's we start, and also you have a badge to learn. This is for practice. This is for if you prepare for exams. So this is the book. These are 30 sets and 3000 questions, and if you done these books, and so you will 100% qualify RRB NTPC exam. So let's we start live science. So let's start, and our session is about 30 minutes. So let's start. So I read first line. Okay, life science is the one of the major two branches of natural science, being the physical science which is considered with non-living matter. So what I say life science is has two major branches. First is natural science, and second is physical science. Like the eye is made by nature, the hair is made by nature, but the movement is called physical movement. They say that there are two parts. Okay, like this is the skin, and I move this skin. There are two types. Okay, so by definition, biology is the natural science that study life and living organism. So firstly I say what say कि we will study about life and living organism. So and this is called biology. Like the study of living organism is called biology. Okay, and biology has discovered by Aristotle. This was the scientist. Okay, so let's we start. So I say biology is discovered by Aristotle. Aristotle. So I remember their name. So not a big deal. Let's see about in study. So first question is the study of life and living organism is called biology, and it is discovered by Aristotle. Okay, and let's we go to the next line. So biology has not discovered, has coined by Landmark and Trevinius in 1802. Okay, and biology is the branch of science. Biology, like this is science, it is the branch of science that deals with the study of living organism. I already said the study of living organism is called biology. Okay, and in biology it mainly includes two parts. And in biology there are two parts. First is botany and second of zoology. Like in living organism there are two types. First are plants, they also called a living organism, and the animals. Okay, this is clear. So because two types of living organism, first, no, two types, different types that live different type. Okay, like plants grow by sun, and our are grow by and eating, and there are lots of things. Like I say plants grow by different things and animals grow at different things. So this is clear. So the biology have two types. First is botany, second is zoology. And study of plants is called botany, and study of animals is called zoology. And we go to next line. The scientist who gave his thoughts for the first time about the life of plants and animals was Aristotle. And in earlier everybody knows we are living organism because we are living. But the Aristotle was the first scientist that tell plants are also a living organism. Okay, this is clear. Aristotle say animals and plants both are living organism, and Aristotle are also discovered biology and they gave name biology. And that's why the Aristotle is called father of biology. So the question is, who is the father of biology? And the father of biology is Aristotle. Okay, and it is also known as the father of zoology. So there are two questions. Father of biology is Aristotle, and father of zoology is called Aristotle. So next so this topic is clear. There are major 4-5 questions. And what question? The study of living organism is called biology, and the second question is study of plants is called botany, and study of animals is called zoology. And who is the father of botany? Who is the father of biology is called Aristotle, and who is the father of zoology? They are also Aristotle. Okay, this is clear. And let me talk about next topic, and the next topic is living world. In 18th century, okay, in 18th century, Carlos Carlos developed binomial nomenclature for living organism. Okay, and in this scientific name consists two parts, genes and species. And in 18th century, Carles has said there are two parts in living organism. First are genes, second are species. And let me elaborate. First is Whitaker. In 1969, classified living organism into 5 kingdoms. In 1969, the scientists classified the living organism into five kingdoms. Okay, first is Monera, second is Prostia, third is fungi, fourth is plant, and fifth is animalia. Now let's be example. What are they? Like like we say, living organism are me no like animals and plants. So there are fibers. I explain. So first is Monera. Okay, so Monera includes bacteria and mycoplasma. Okay, Monera they present bacteria and mycoplasma, while Prostia includes protozoa and they are unicellular ecrotypes. There are unicellular. So I explain. So first is Monera, and the Monera are unicellular ecrotypes. Acrotypes. They are acrotypes. Okay. So first, these are Morena are very small. It's very small creature. They are in Morena. So like we about next thing, like this is fungi, and like fungi they are bacteria. They food. There are 5 kingdoms. So I explain in easy way. Like animals, we are animals. We are and big in size, and plants are different things. Fungi that are the organism that infect food, and Monera what that are small in size. So there are different size are explained in this. And the let's be about in living world next topic, and the next topic is virus. What is virus? Virus are some microscopic intercellular firstly crystallized by TMB. So the first virus are are C are are saw by W.M. Stanley, tobacco mosaic virus. And if you any doubt in living one topic, they are it will elaborate. Okay, so I will so I am reading. Okay, don't be panic if you don't understand, because in the next topic I will explain all things. Not any you will not any difficulty. Okay, so shall we start? Okay, and let's be there are or more 2 topics are left. I will explain. Viruses are made up of nucleic acid, RNA or DNA and proteins. And the next line is viruses are made up of nucleic acid. Okay, and in nucleic acid, and there are two types of nucleic acid: DNA or RNA. DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid; RNA, ribonucleic acid; and proteins. Okay, this line is clear. And second, the viroids are the smallest infection molecule discovered by Theo Diner. This is the question. What question? Smallest infection molecules discovered by what? Discovered by Theo Dinar. And what are the smallest infection molecule? That are viroids, and viruses discovered by Theo Dinar. Okay, and this is the theory. Like, this is not learn about. This is not necessary to learn. So the main topic is cell. So let's we start about cell, because I explain cell is the very smallest thing in living organism or plant. Okay, this is clear. And there are the question in human body. So I say the smallest thing. No, the smallest cell in the body is called sperm cells, and the biggest cell in the body is called ovum, and the longest, not big, small, the longest cell in our body are brain cells, or say brain cells. Like, they are this inside, they are brain cells, and also called, I don't their name, I don't know their name, but I know the longest cell they are brain cells. Okay, so let's we go. And also remember, the biggest cell in the world is ostrich, and the smallest cell in the world is microplasma. And why? And these are the questions that are examiner say, or this, and these are the question are in your exams on RRB, SSC, Group D. Lots of exam are there, question are important. So firstly, cell. What is cell? Cell is the smallest thing, I say, and like one brick is called cell, and multiple of bricks makes wall. And I say, and this is not a proper example. You learn the main thing. You learn what I learn is this is cell, and multiple of cell make tissue, and multiple of tissue make organ, and the organ are liver, kidney, stomach. These are the organs. And multiple of organs, like group of organs, made a organ system. Okay, and multiple of organ system make community, and multiple of community makes a universe. Okay, this is clear. And there are 10 to 12 lines about cell, and about your exam that to learn. So first line is all living beings are made up of one or more units of cell. The first line say all living beings are made up of one or more unit of cells. They say, or the first line say all living beings are made up of cells. Well, if only one cell, but they are living organisms, and there are multiple cells, they are also count in living organism. And there are 3 types of cells. I will explain it. And there are 3 types of cell. I will explain in future. So cell is the structural and functional unit of life. So cell is the structural and functional unit of life. So what is cell? Like cell give our structure, like eye structure, nose structure, and the also called function. Like, this is my head made up of cell, and they are also move, and they are also working function. Okay, so remember these 3 lines what I say. Remember, if the organism has one cell, they called unicellular, and the example is yeast and nostril. Okay, what I say, If the organism has one cell, is called unicellular, and if the organism has multiple cells, many cells, they called multicellular. Example: fungi, animals, plants. We are multicellular because I say cell and group of cell is called tissue, and group of is called organ. So we are our body is made up of cells, and let's go to the next line. And the next line is, if an organism has no cell, if the organism has no cell, they are called acellular. Example: virus has no cell. Okay. And who discovered cell? Cell discovered by Robert Hooke. Okay. Who discovered cell? Cell discovered by Robert Hooke. And there are more lines you remember for your exam preparation. So you see, not see, I explain you. You listen. Plant cells are generally larger than animal cells. If the line says like this is the animal cell and this is the plant cell, like plant cell are big as compared to the animal cell. Okay. And animal cells do not have plastids. Okay. So I say animals do not have any plastids. Clear? And let's go to next line. Plant all have cell wall, where animals not cells do not. Where animal cells do not. Like this line is say plants have cell walls but animals has not cell wall. Clear? And the next line is the all living cells can be classified by two: prokaryote and eukaryote. Clear? And firstly, what are prokaryotic cells? And prokaryotic cell lack of true nucleus and membrane bound cell. Like in prokaryotic cell, they are lack of nucleus and what and bound cell organisms. And the example is bacteria, mycoplasma. And eukaryotic cells have true nucleus with elaborate true nucleus have but elaborate nuclear involved. I don't know what is this. So, and the example is fungi, plant cell, animal cell. So the question is eukaryotic cells example. So example is plant, animal, fungi. Prokaryotic cells example bacteria, mycoplasma. So this is clear. I think you will clear. And these are the facts of cells. Okay. And what are the difference between plants and animals? So this is also so the first difference is plant cell have cell wall. Second is plant cell, and in plant cell plastids are present. And the third thing, a big molecule is present in the plant cell. In plant cell, a big molecule is present. And so cell is clear, cell facts are clear. And see, like this is like my hand is cell. Like if you see cells, like this is the cell. Okay, this is the cell, but in cell there are different parts. Okay, so let me discuss about the parts. Clear? What I say let me discuss about these parts that are present in cell. So the cell start, and the parts of in cells, and the so like these are defined by me, not defined by me. I say I will teach about the all parts, what are the function, what they are work. So first is mitochondria. Okay, so first is mitochondria. And what is mitochondria? So firstly, the question is who discovered mitochondria? So the mitochondria is discovered by Altman in 1819. Clear? Mitochondria is discovered by Altman in 1819. And what the structure? And the structure is bound, and the mitochondria is bounded by double membrane. Kya? I say the mitochondria has bounded by a double membrane and composed lipid and protein. Okay, the mitochondria compose lipid and protein. It is clear. And the mitochondria is also known as powerhouse of cell. Why? Because they give energy to the cell, and it will help for cellular respiration. So this is clear. And the question are, who discovered mitochondria? The mitochondria discovered Altman in 1819. The second is the mitochondria compose lipid and protein, and the third line is mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell because they provide energy and help to respiration. What respiration? Cellular respiration. And the next topic is chloroplast. What is chloroplast? The chloroplast is only present in cells, not cell, plant cells. Chloroplast in present in cell. And this is the also a question. What question? The question is chloroplast they are present in, so the answer is plant cells, and it is the site of photosynthesis. Okay, and if you remember what is photosynthesis is a process that sunlight go to the plant, and the stomata absorb sunlight and make food. This is the photosynthesis process. Okay, and the chloroplast consists chlorophyll. Okay, these are also a question. And the last is, who is the kitchen of cell? So the answer is the chloroplast is also known as kitchen of cells. This is the question. Okay, and we go to next line. No, next this originates like we cover two, mitochondria and chloroplast, and the third is endoplasmic reticulum, and it is discovered by Potter in 1995. The name is endoplasmic reticulum, and it was discovered by Potter in 1985, and it has two types. Okay, it has two types. What two types? The endoplasmic reticulum has two types, and the first type is endoplasmic reticulum rough endoplasmic reticulum, and second is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So two functions are clear. So endoplasmic reticulum had two types, RER rough endoplasmic reticulum, and the second in SER smooth endoplasmic reticulum. And the difference between both, and the difference are in RER presence of ribosome on the surface, like this is the cell and on the surface present ribosome, and in SER smooth endoplasmic reticulum there are not present ribosome. So this is clear. If the surface are ribosomes are present, they are called RER rough endoplasmic reticulum, and they are not present, they are not answer. And what are the function of ER endoplasmic reticulum? And the function are, it is the function to mechanical support exchange of molecules, protein synthesis, meaning ER are used for protein synthesis, exchange of molecules, and mechanical support to the cell. And we are going to the next organelle that are also very important, and this is Golgi complex. What is Golgi complex? So first you remember the Golgi was discovered by Golgi, so it is very easy. What? Golgi was discovered by Golgi, and her name is Camillo. But you remember Golgi? You remember. And the second thesis they invent in 1898. They discovered in 1898, and he got a Nobel Prize on 1906. That's clear. Golgi. So Camillo Golgi was discovered Golgi complex and in 1898, and he got a Nobel Prize at 1906. That's clear. And what are the function of Golgi complex? And the function is to providing storage place on proteins and cell wall formation, plasma membrane formation, and ribosome formation. So see the goal. So learn what you learn कि cell wall formation, plasma membrane formation, lysosome formation, and who is the storage of proteins, who is the storage place of proteins in cell, and the answer is Golgi complex. And we go next on the liposomes. Next organelles is lysosomes. So first The lysosome is discovered by D. Dhruv in 1949. This is clear. The lysosome is discovered by D. Dhruv in 1949, and it is a single bounded organism. Okay, what I say there, I say two lines. First, lysosomes are discovered by De Dove in 1949, and the second is it is a single membrane. Okay, and it is also called a suicidal bags. What I say, it is also called a suicidal bags. So clear what I say, it is also called a suicidal bags. This is clear, and it is help in digestion. Lysosome are help in digestion. So the question is, what are called surgical bags in cell? And the answer is lysosomes. And the next is ribosome. What is ribosomes? Ribosomes are the smallest organelle of the cell. Like this is the cell, so this is the cell. So the smallest organelle in the cell are called ribosomes, and they attach to endoplasmic reticulum. The ribosome are attached in endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, and it is help in ribosome are helps to protein synthesis. That's clear. Ribosome are helps in protein synthesis. And the next is, what is nucleus? What is nucleus? So nucleus is discovered by Robert Brown in 1831. So this is all. The nucleus are the very important in the cell. So you listen carefully. The nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown in 1831, and the largest and most easily seen cell organelle within the eukaryotic cell. This meaning, like this is the cell. So nucleus is the very big size in center, very in big size, and it is also in center. And nucleus is the primary carrier of the hereditary material. The cell contain chromosomes, and the meaning is nucleus contains chromosome. You remember? Okay, you remember, but only this line. What? Nucleus contain chromosomes. Okay, and the next our topic is nucleic acid. What is nucleic acid? These contain genetic instruction used in the developed and functioning all no living organism. Clear? Remember what I say? These contain genetic instruction used in the development and functioning all the living organism. They said nucleic acid has used to development and functions in all living beings. Like this is clear, and these are two types. And they say nucleic acids are two sides, DNA and RNA. Okay, and first DNA. What is DNA? DNA means deoxyribonucleic acid, and DNA is a long polymer made of repeating units of nucleotides. The first line says the DNA is a long polymer, and it is a repeating units. Like this structure, and they are repeating units, and they are made by nucleotides. That's clear. And it has four bases, in DNA, and the name is adenine, guanine. I will not fluent, but I will best in my. So third is cysteine, and fourth is thymine. There are four bases of DNA. What? Adenine, guanine, cysteine, and thymine. That's clear. And second is RNA. What is RNA? Ribonucleic acid, and DNA full form deoxyribonucleic acid. And the RNA is made up of and long chain nucleotides. Okay, the RNA is made up of long chain of nucleotides. That's clear. It contains uracil. It contains uracil place of thiamine. It contains uracil place of thiamine. Okay, and RNA plays an important role in protein synthesis. And in a cell, RNA is main role to perform protein synthesis. That's clear. And let's we talk about next topic, and the next topic is food and nutrition. And the food and nutrition class topic we will go to next class, because because the cell topics are over. So those slides and say I will show in the video, and you learn what I say. You learn, and the next class I will teach you food and nutrition. In food and nutrition there are lots of topics I cover, like balanced diet. What is balanced diet? What are carbs, fats, what are proteins? And tomorrow I will cover two topics: food and nutrition, minerals and roughness. Okay, so thank you for viewing my class, and if you have any doubts, tell me on comments. And I am a new teacher on this YouTube and this is my first video, so any mistake I gave, so please maaf me. Hey, I don't know the pronunciation of maaf. So let's class over, and tomorrow we will learn about food and nutrition. So class is over. Bye.